This is the question asked in today's SkillTrack Daily Challenge. So we will be given a list of words as an input. So in the sample input 1, we are given a list of 4 words as input. And this input list of words can be either given horizontally or vertically. So in our first sample input, we are given the list of words horizontally. So all the 4 words 1, 2, 3, 4 are given in the same line. So whenever our input is being received horizontally, we have to print our output vertically by reversing the list. So after the list is reversed, the first will become 4 and then 3 and then 2, 1. So here we can see that we are printing the list of words vertically because our input was received horizontally. So this is how we should be printing our output. So now let us see our sample input 2. So in our sample input 2 also we are given a list of words, but here the list of words is given vertically as input. So here we can see that the 5 words are given in 5 different lines. So our input is received vertically. So in this case our output should be in opposite. So our output we should be printing in horizontal direction. So we are reversing the list and we are printing the output in the same line itself. So here first you are printing crocodile, fox, deer, tiger and lion, and finally we are printing the total number of words in the list. So this is how we should be printing our output. Now let us see how to write a C program. So first I am creating a new character array named temp of size 1 lakh, and here I am keeping the size as 1 lakh because when the input is received horizontally, we need a more space because it is given in the question that there can be up to 1000 words in the input. So that is why first I am creating a big character array named temp of size 1 lakh, and then I am creating another character array named strs. So in this character array strs, we can store up to 1001 words, and each and every word can contain up to 1000 characters. So that is how much characters, that is how much words we can store into this character array strs. And then I'm creating two more integer variables named n and flag, and I'm initially setting both of them to 0. So we will be using this n variable for counting the total number of words in the input, and we will be using this flag variable to determine whether our input has been received horizontally or vertically. So now we are going to accept our input, and we don't know how many words are given in the input. So we are going to create a while loop, and within the arguments we are going to put the scanf statement. So we are going to accept the space separated string as input. So the syntax for accepting the space separated string is as such. So we have to give the power symbol and then slash n. And after accepting the space separated string, we have to move to the next line. So after the square brackets, again I am giving a slash n. So now our input is accepted and stored into the character array temp. So now if the input is given horizontally, then this temp will contain several words. But if the input is given vertically, then this temp will contain only one word in each and every iteration. So now we are going to split this string based upon space using the strtok function. So here we will be calling the function strtok, and in the arguments we will be giving the character array temp, and it should be splitted based upon space. So in the second argument we are giving space. So in order to use this function, first we have to include string.h. So now we will be iterating through each and every tokens, and we will be counting the total number of strings. So before that I am creating integer variable named count, and I am setting it to 0. And now we are going to create a while loop. So this while loop iterates until the token becomes equal to null, and in every iteration we will be setting token is equal to strtok null comma space, because we have already given the reference to the character array named temp. And in every iteration of this while loop we will be incrementing the value of count, so count plus plus. And now we have to store this token into the strs, because the token is nothing but the word, space separated word. So using the strcpy function, I am copying the contents of token into the strs at the index n, and after storing at the index n I am incrementing n. So before storing we have to remove the unwanted spaces. So using this function trim, we are going to remove the spaces which are present at the end. So this trim is a user defined function which I have defined above. So let us see how this function trim works. So we have to define this function trim in such a way that it should remove the extra spaces which are present in the end. So first I'm creating a new integer variable named L, and I'm storing the string length of str in it. And then the last character will be nothing but the character present at the index L minus 1. So if it is not the alphabet, then it's going to be some unwanted value. So whenever the last character is not the alphabet, then we are going to set str of L minus 1 is equal to null. So if any unwanted character is present at the end, then it will be removed. So after trimming the token, only we are storing it into the strs. So finally, after the execution of this while loop, we know how many words were present in the temp. If it contained more than one words, then it means that the input is received horizontally, because only when the input is received horizontally, there will be multiple words. So we are just going to set flag is equal to 1 if count is greater than 1. So this is just for our reference. So if the count is greater than 1, then it means that the input is given horizontally, because if the input is given vertically, then there will be only one word in each and every line. So the count value will always be 1. So using that only, we are going to determine whether our input is being received horizontally or vertically. So finally, after the execution of this outer while loop, we would have accepted all the words as an input, and we would have also determined whether our input is given horizontally or vertically. So if flag is equal to 1, then it means that our output was received horizontally. If flag is equal to 0, then it means that our output was received vertically. So now we can just print our output. So it is given in the question that we have to reverse and print it. So for reversing, we can just iterate from the index n-1 till 0, and if flag is equal to 1, then we can print a space, else we can print a new line. So this is the logic to solve today's daily challenge. Thank you for watching.